Bitcoin to $100,000 is going to be possible. Today we'll find out with Chris and his game plan if he does get there in today's episode of the Modern Wealth Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Wealth Podcast where we aim to empower, enrich and evolve your lives. Today we have a very special guest. He's the founder of Kryptonite, one of the largest crypto investing schools in all of Asia. I cannot wait. There's going to be so many insights with regards to investing, some of the market trends, what's going to happen to cryptocurrency in 2024, all of this and a lot more in this very exciting podcast. Let's get going. Welcome, Chris. Thank you so much for coming aboard, bro. I really appreciate. I've been looking forward to digging your brains today, right? So, dude. So before we begin, can you just introduce yourself? Just share the audience. People might not know who you are. And
okay.
Stuff.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Chris, and I run Kryptonite Academy.
Yep.
So we are a crypto education company. All things that have to do with crypto investing. A little bit of introduction. Before this, I was working as an investment banker. So back in 2016 was where I started investing in crypto. 2017 was where I left my job then to start this crypto education journey.
Wow.
So it's been 6-7 years already.
Wow.
Yeah.
2016 is quite early, as in this was before the bull run per se, right? So you're talking about Bitcoin, what prices, Ethereum?
So when I bought Bitcoin was, I think about 750.
Wow.
Yeah, and Ethereum was maybe 50 to 100.
$50, jeez.
Yeah. So this is 2 cycles ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 2 cycles ago.
Well, how do you even get to know about it in the first place?
Oh yeah, great question. When I was working in investment banking, right, the job is really good.
Yeah.
So for those who know the space, right, it is kind of the role that most, if not all, finance students want to get into.
Sure.
Great prospect, great career progression, great salary, but the hours were very long. So I used to go to work at about 7, maybe 8 a.m.
Wow.
Usually we knock off about 2 to 3 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, and weekends we will work as well.
Crazy, bro.
So
literally have no life.
Yeah, no life. So you got money, you got career, but you got no life. So at some point I thought, I don't want to live like that lah. So I had to find a way to invest and then maybe get out of the rat race.
Okay.
Did my research and was most interested in technology. But as I was searching on technology, right, I read an article that says that in the last years, right, last couple of years, even before 2016, one of the best performing assets was Bitcoin. And that was what got me started. I read the white paper, started to invest a little bit and understand more and more about the space.
Okay.
And I began to get returns.
Okay.
So after that, I was like, oh, this is promising. So I started to invest, learn more, and my friends around me thought, hey, Chris, what are you doing? How come, your portfolio are doing quite well?
Yeah.
So I started to teach them as well. And then at some point, someone said, maybe you should start classes and teach the public for a fee.
Sure.
And that was how I got started.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. Wow, dude, back then, 2016, you didn't have all your companies around. Like, how do you even get buying, if you can share that?
Yeah, so there were companies to buy lah. The earlier companies were like CoinHardco.
CoinHardco was around in 2016?
Yeah,
wow.
2016, 2017, CoinHardco, Coinbase.
Okay, Coinbase, yes, for sure.
But they were very new, so everything was like clunky and you were not sure whether they were legit.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just took a risk lah. Yeah. Then we were also, so during that time in Singapore, there was also tokenized. You guys know tokenized, right?
Yes, for sure.
So we also started to have these little exchanges, local exchanges come up. So that's how I bought.
Incredible. Dude, so share with us a little bit about the investment banking journey, right? Like, the working hours were crazy, but you were exposed to finance, right? So a lot of people have this conception that, wow, these kind of things is only meant for all these investment bankers, right? People who are very savvy with numbers and all these different things. Then only I can get involved and stuff, right? But, did your investment banking background help you a lot with crypto or not really?
Let me think. So I think there's a bit of a misconception by the retail public. In fact, during that time, if you're an investment banker, right, if you buy crypto, you are actually looked down upon or you are seen as crazy or buying a Ponzi. And it's not being accepted by mainstream finance. So having a background actually didn't significantly help in that aspect. But there are some other things that are related to investment banking that you kind of cross over to crypto, because crypto evolved over time. It evolved to something that is a little bit more mainstream finance. You get like your token investing, private sales, and these are very similar to how investment bankers would structure deals in the past, how they will help companies raise money. So there's some overlap. You're essentially either raising money for an more established company, or if you're doing a token sale, you're basically trying to go around the regulations to raise money for a smaller firm. So there's some overlap. But I think the most useful part of finance, right, are basically understand some of the concepts behind it. Like, if interest rate goes up, right? If risk-free interest rate goes up, I guess they're a little bit technical.
Let's go.
People.
Yes.
But if risk-free rate goes up, risk asset, what you call risk assets, they trend down.
Yes.
So understanding these broad concepts, right, helps in making decisions for crypto. Gives you a sensing, like where do you think the market is more inclined to move because of all these things that's happening. Yeah, so I think that's the most
more the macro sense.
Yeah.
So if you can share, so again, the general public also has this view that crypto is the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
Right? It is the place for punters, speculators, scammers, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what gave you that initial conviction that, man, this is it, I really want to focus, my portfolio, what's going to put my money where my mouth is, right? What was that gave you that conviction?
Yeah, that's a very good question as well. So some people see this, right, as a disadvantage. But it can also be seen as an advantage. Meaning to say, at the end of the day, the price of the asset moves up when people are buying. So we call this liquidity, when liquidity comes in. If there is a big enough group, and if the group grows enough over time, even if they're all punters and speculators, right, it still means that liquidity is flowing into this asset. And if there's a limited number of assets, but growing unlimited amount of liquidity that's coming in, the logical thing that will happen, in my opinion, not financial advice, but the logical thing that will happen is price goes up. So if this thing is attracting the punters to come in, they are attracting the speculators, and they're attracting all these different people willing to put money in, why not? Even if it's not proper investing, does it really matter? Because at the end of the day,
we're in to make money.
We are here to make money.
Yes.
As an investor, you're not here to be correct, in my opinion.
Yes. You're here to make money,
to make money,
absolutely.
Even if it means front-running liquidity, even if it means it's not accepted by bankers and banking industry. So that's how I got in.
A bit of rebel, bro.
Everyone was I think. If you are in crypto at the start, everyone is. Even now.
This rebellious nature, bro, was it anywhere inherent in you earlier on, bro, in life?
No.
You sure or not? So the quiet in school?
I think I was not like the studious, nerdy kind that like books. I was okay, so here's the story. I think I was like more like a trying to hack the system kind of guy. So I remember in university, right? Actually postgraduate, my master's. A lot of people were studying very hard, and I was competing against guys from China and guys from India, the international students, and they're damn smart. Damn smart. So, when you're in school, you're competing against them, right? I thought to myself, how can I outstudy them? How can I do better grades than them? And the answer was I can't. So I needed to zoom out a little bit and say, why am I studying in the first place? Why get a master's degree? Master's degree is to get a job opportunity, to earn money. So then I think, yes, getting good grades will help in the job. But since I can't compete in this area against people I feel are more competent than me in studying, how can I hack it? And as it turns out, there was a competition for a scholarship. And that competition for the scholarship is right smack in the middle of the finals exam. The award to the scholarship was, I think, 30,000, which is a lot for a student. Plus, you get an internship into a very top-notch asset management firm. And I thought, instead of putting effort into studying, there will be a lot of people who are focused on studying and not going for a competition. So I think, what should I do? Should I study or should I go for competition? And I thought, my chances are better in the competition. Plus there's money.
Sure.
Plus there's a scholarship. Plus there is a internship in a very good company.
Yes.
So I gave up studying.
Wow.
And I just did a competition.
Okay.
So I just barely passed all my exams.
Yes.
But I got the scholarship.
Wow.
Through the scholarship, I got access to experience in a company.
Wow.
Then from there, I applied for investment banking jobs.
Oh, wow.
So all my friends that did A1s
Yes.
and really well, they
Yeah.
couldn't get into great financial positions.
Sure.
Yeah, they couldn't get into front line, but
Wow,
I was
interesting.
like one of 3% in the whole cohort that got
Dude,
in.
I see a pattern. This is going in the path where people don't walk down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Taking the path less taken, right? I see that theme lah, right? Again, everybody goes A, you go, hey, how about B instead?
Yeah.
Everybody goes for this, you go for, hey, why not crypto in 2016, right? But of course, there's ups, there's downs, right? 2017, you saw that first major bull run, right? Major, like $50 you're talking about, Ethereum going crazy, that was the first time Bitcoin hit $18,000, right? The entire euphoria, the first time, because that was when I got involved. Right, so I remember that feeling at that point of time, right? Like, wow, so much euphoria, you had all these, altcoins going crazy and stuff, right? So much interest coming through as well. How was that first thing for you, your Kryptonite business taking off, right? How was that for you?
Wait, we're talking about business or portfolio?
Both.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's talk about business
Sure.
first. I think during that first run,
Yeah.
in the 2017 run, right, a lot of people think that we were one of the first few, and they're right,
Yes.
one of the first few. But the recent people, they didn't know that in 2017, there were a lot of competition.
Okay.
Right now, there's not that many.
Sure.
There's some, but not that many. During that time, right, there were 15 competitors.
Oh, wow.
I counted. I had 15 competitors.
Wow.
And I'm okay at competition.
Sure.
I think markets are efficient. You deliver good product. If people want it, they'll pay.
Yep.
If not, you close down. It's as simple as that. But during that period of time, right, business was good, but there was a lot of competition,
Sure.
and people were just more towards doubting you.
Okay.
So right now, when you present,
Yep.
and you're sharing that you want to learn this,
Yep.
they're more thinking, do you have the ability and the track record to teach me how to succeed?
Sure.
But in 2017, right, when you present, it is not about your ability.
Yep.
It is about presenting that this asset class is not a scam.
Sure.
So I spend a lot of time whenever I'm doing a presentation,
Sure.
not to teach them, but rather to explain to them why I think it is not a scam.
Sure.
So that was the main difference lah.
Oh.
But the bull run helped a lot.
Yeah, for
so
sure, definitely.
everyone was happy because the bull run caused a lot of people to come in. Even though there were so many people doing education, everybody had people coming to learn from them.
Absolutely.
But in 2018, right, when the markets crashed, that was the challenging part.
Yep.
A lot of companies closed down,
Yeah, for sure.
or they stopped doing it, or they took a break.
Yeah. Or they pivoted.
And waited for the next cycle, which was the 2021 cycle.
Yes.
Now, in 2017, so I go to portfolio side. It was the first time, right? The first time I ever experienced the power of crypto.
Sure.
And the feeling is, I'm a god.
Wow.
No joke.
Yeah.
I put in my first batch of money was $4,000 only.
Okay.
Within 6 months, it was 150,000.
Wow.
So that is a lot of money and a lot of percentage gain. And I
Sure.
thought it's never gonna stop. Like now it's 150. By next year, I'll hit 1.5 million.
Yeah.
I can recover.
Sure.
But we all know the story.
Yes,
After
yes,
that, it
yes.
crashed.
Yep.
Yeah. So my portfolio crashed like 80%.
Wow.
From 150,000, it crashed to 20,000. And then that was my phase one.
Yep.
So then from phase two onwards, it was me rebuilding it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. No, because we literally went to nothing, right? So, 2017, after the entire crash happened, for me personally, I was like, oh well, that was hype, and now it's over, right? And we just went silent, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin just came crashing down, went back all the way down to 3,000, whatever not.
Yeah.
And it was dead down, right? Like everybody, the difference in this last cycle was that people still around. By the time everyone left.
Yes.
The competitors left, companies that were building on crypto also left, right? Everybody left, right? But you kept on. What
Yeah.
kept you going on?
So I was gonna ask you that question. Like, I was quite curious because you also invested during that time, right?
Yes.
And what made you even come back, or what made you continue? You know what I mean?
Yes.
We went through the crash.
So for me, primarily I was I was a stocks and options investor,
Yes.
right? So that was my main portfolio. Crypto was by the way, diversification of
I
my
see.
portfolio. Okay lah, cool lah. Let me just put a couple of $1,000s, right?
Yeah,
Let's see how
yeah,
it goes. I put 10 grand. Let's just see, and then experience the gains. And then when it all came crashing down, I was like, okay, never mind. I just write it off, right? Let's just see what happens. Let me just focus on what I'm good at, right? Which is stocks, options, right? Which is fundamentals, companies. Again, crypto, a lot of tokens, you don't even know where they went, right? So so that was basically me, lah. So I kind of forgot about it until 2020 when a friend came around and told me, and I was highly skeptical because I was like, this sounds like deja vu, man, bro. Sounds like the same shit again, different toilet, different period of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I saw that rise again. I decided to open my account, my Coinbase account, started investing again. Right? So that's when I started getting back properly into the game, lah, right? And then I clearly saw the difference, right? Where 2017 people just left and disappeared, whereas this recent cycle people continued, started
right?
building. Yeah, very, very interesting.
I think that I was expecting more people to leave.
Yep.
But it seems as though this cycle is different from the last in that people were kind of like sticky.
Yep.
And they continue to build.
Yep.
And even though it was so crazy, we have FTX and Luna and all that, the faith and the trust is still there.
Yep.
So I find that we are entering into a more maturing asset already.
Maturing asset, huh?
Yeah, it's not the same as the 2017 crash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. But so let's zoom back, right? So the entire crash-wise, I of course you had your other investments going on as well. But what kept the food on the table, man? Nobody's interested anymore. What the hell? Crypto is a scam, lah. It's gone, lah. So what kept the food on the table? Was it tough for you, man?
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah?
Let me think. I nearly stopped.
Yeah.
I nearly stopped. So 2018 was the crash, right? And sometimes there's momentum, right? In training and in education, there's momentum. People remember the past. So we could still do business for a while, but I am low maintenance. So I don't spend a lot.
Yep.
We were only making, I think during that time was $3,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yep.
But it was enough for me. So we just maintained until a point where we didn't even hit like profitability.
Wow.
So I still remember the year was COVID year, 2020, I think. And 2020, I had to do backup. So I went to take a real estate license.
Wow, serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went to take a real estate license. Went to study for it. And it was really bad because during that time, I also started to diversify. I didn't put all in crypto. I mean, I've never put all in crypto lah. But I put a huge chunk into like REITs and all that. And what happened was that COVID hit.
Yep.
So I still remember because I'm managing my money, and I'm managing money for my wife and my parents.
Yep.
And I was levered on REITs.
Wow.
Slight leverage. That was a technique that I was taught. Nobody expected REITs to fall by 40%, but it did.
Yes.
So I wasn't liquidated. However, I knew that if I continued, I would be. And I'm okay to lose my money. But I didn't want to lose my wife's money and my parents' money.
Sure.
So I absorbed the losses, sold everything.
Yep.
Made my parents and my family, whatever investment, whole.
Yep.
So I just gave them whatever they gave me, and I just absorbed everything.
Wow.
So I was like this close to selling my crypto as well.
Wow.
But I did think to myself,
What was the losses, the magnitude, if you can share?
Percentage or dollars?
Dollars.
So dollars is not too much lah, relatively speaking. I think it was about 200 over in total.
Wow.
In total. But it was like a 90 over %. So it was almost my entire portfolio.
Wow.
So my last remaining 10% was in crypto.
Wow.
I think it was worth about 20 plus thousand.
Wow.
And I was this close to selling it because I just had a kid, right?
Yes.
Just have a newborn.
Wow.
But I thought to myself, I'm teaching crypto investing. How can I teach if I don't have crypto at all?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
So because of that, I was like, okay, I have a responsibility. I need to see this through. So I held it.
Yep.
And then I went to study real estate agent as a backup.
Wow.
Then in the midst of it, just nice, it was a turnaround. There's this thing called yield farming that
Yes,
came out,
yes, yes.
decentralized finance summer.
Yep. DeFi summer, yes.
DeFi summer.
Good old days.
So I was like, I went in and started to go into all these little things and go deep dive,
Yep.
and then I started to make money from
Yep,
there.
yep.
So I gave up studying. I failed
Yes.
my real estate exam.
Okay.
But from there, it was the turnaround.
Yes.
So it was the greatest turnaround I've ever experienced.
Crazy, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the magnitude, bro? This time, Bitcoin, yes.
At its peak, I was up. So at the trough to peak,
Yes.
400 times.
Wow,
Yeah.
400 times,
400x
bro.
from trough to peak. Yeah, but the capital that I put in to the peak was maybe about 70x.
Wow. That's incredible, bro.
That's incredible.
That's
It's incredible.
crazy. Do you feel like God again?
Okay, this time around I don't feel like God. This time around, after the crash, I'm just like, I need to stay grounded.
Yes.
I need to take profit. So I developed my own profit taking system along
Okay,
the way.
okay.
So this time around, when it shot up,
Yep.
at different milestones, right?
Yeah.
I was brutal, sell. I
Oh.
will give up on my losses, but sell. So I sell.
Oh.
So when it crashed this time round again, it's a way different experience for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what were your profit-taking systems based on, bro? Is it charting resistance zones, or what's your strategy?
It's a bit binary lah. Like, it is based on the growth of the portfolio.
Okay.
And but the thing is, because it's structured in a multiple tier manner,
Okay.
it's a bit hard to verbally explain. I need to show the way that I do it, the charts and how I structure the portfolio, everything.
Okay.
But to keep it simple, I think the most simplistic way to think about it is that it is more driven by portfolio growth
Okay.
and de-risking. We
Okay.
call it trimming profits. I
Sure.
think in options, they call it trim profits.
Yes, trimming
So you
profits, yeah.
hit a certain threshold in your portfolio,
Yes.
you will trim, you will trim, you will trim.
Okay.
So that is the primary way that I take profits.
Okay.
But now, if you ask me, right, because we constantly improve ourselves,
Yes, yes.
how I enhance it, right? Instead of purely trimming profits, which we still should,
Sure.
upcoming we still will
Yes.
do it, we need to combine it with something that gives you a flavor of the market. So I think for you, you're more trader, technical
Yes,
analysis, so you all will do lines.
Yep.
For me, I would do something a little bit more macro.
Sure.
Like maybe I'll use a Bitcoin halving,
Okay.
or maybe we'll use Z-score, like how overheated the market is.
Yes, yes.
So I'll combine this with portfolio
Okay.
profit trimming.
Interesting.
That's how I'll do it. This round, this cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible, man. So much to learn, right? But I think it's very, very important, right? So the lessons you learned from last time was, okay, aggressive, and I don't care whether it's going to go 100,000, whatever it is. I am de-risking, I'm taking money off the table along the way, right? So that's the whole view.
That's what I learned after
Cool.
the first crash.
And what about your views with regards to, okay, so so just to share with you, this is my personal point of view, right? My personal point of view, very simply, is, one of the biggest hits that I had personally was Luna,
Okay.
all right? I was very influenced by very smart friends of mine who were invested in Luna, right? Very, very smart friends of mine, and I think the community was very savvy, actually.
Yeah.
Very, very savvy. I'm sure you're aware, right? In Singapore,
Luna is very
especially.
strong, yeah.
Yeah, the community, and they're not like Doge people or something, right? They were proper, savvy people. So, when that entire thing happened, bro, I came up with this philosophy, which was, I only feel BTC and Ethereum is investable,
Okay.
and other altcoins, I'm not saying they're good or bad, but they are tradable.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And my definition of investable, tradable is investable, sure, you can keep it long term, it's fine. Tradable is, look, you have a very set, defined, take profit, stop loss. That's my theory. Right? That's what I share. Right? See, I will tell people, obviously, you can agree, disagree with me, but that's my point of view, right?
Yeah.
So what's your view with alts? As in, do you have a similar view, or, how do you see it differently?
I was literally going to say we are quite similar.
Okay.
So I think investable, Bitcoin, Ethereum is the most track record.
Sure.
On the risk scale of crypto, this is probably the two that you have the least chance of dying over the long term. But I think as crypto guys, we always say it's not confirmed,
exactly.
confirmed lah. It's
Nothing
just
is
the
confirmed.
most likely. Yes, I think that there are certain techniques that we want to use when it comes to altcoins. Definitely trading is one that you need to set profits. Okay, I take this, I will exit. So for me, because I'm more long term, right, what I like to do is I still like to buy and hold altcoins.
Yep.
But with the idea that if it doubles or triples,
Yep.
I want to try to de-risk it as much
Okay.
as I can, so that even if it crashed to zero, it doesn't affect my portfolio.
Sure.
So I have like your Bitcoin, Ethereum
Yep.
as the base,
Yep.
and then you have a percentage for altcoins.
Yep.
So this, right, then you use your various mechanisms to do it. Either you want to do a trading style, take profit here, stop loss here, or you want to do, like what I do is a seed planting style.
Okay.
So we put in money
Yep.
because we chose this coin based on ABCD
Yes.
reason, and we hold it until it bear fruits. But along the way, if it goes parabolic or if it doubles, we want to protect capital
Yep.
by trimming profits along the way.
Sure.
So that's kind of like my style.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that right now Bitcoin Ethereum is the king, but in 3 to 5 years, we might see other investable coins.
Okay.
We might,
Okay.
cause everything is developing, everything
Sure.
is growing. Yeah. So I think that if you are able to catch that altcoin, that eventually becomes investable.
Sure.
That would be a big win lah.
Okay.
For investing.
Anything
crypto investing
interesting you're
guys.
looking at, perhaps?
So right now,
Yeah.
the one that is everyone's the most excited about
Yeah.
in the market is Solana.
Okay.
A bit of old coin, there's a bit of overhang because of FTX being
Yeah.
able to sell, but there are some catalysts within it because recently there's this protocol that's been built on Solana
Yep.
that they released a token
Okay.
that did very well. So
You are-
that got the whole market excited.
Yes. Yes.
And because the whole market excited, capital is moving into Solana.
Yes.
If I feel
Mm.
Solana is able to capture and retain enough of that liquidity that comes in
Yep.
and that mindshare and that attention,
Yep.
and they build on that, it might be a competition to
Yes.
Ethereum. Because everyone thinks Ethereum's gonna stay and do well.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But sometimes it's the move that you didn't expect
Yes.
that will do well.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As
So
in
I'm
Solana
not
was.
invested in Solana though.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
'cause
Oh, you're not
I-
invested in Solana.
Yeah, my play this round is a little bit different.
Okay.
Because I've already rode 2 waves already, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right now, how I play is different from how I would say newcomers play.
Okay.
Newcomers should take more risks,
Okay.
but for me, it makes more sense to put a bigger chunk of my portfolio on slightly lower risk of crypto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is your Bitcoin Ethereum?
Which is Bitcoin Ethereum
Okay,
mainly. Which is
okay.
Bitcoin Ethereum mainly for
Okay,
me.
okay.
And I do Lido
Okay.
or Lido,
LDO,
depends on
yes.
how people pronounce it.
Yes.
But so I had a session recently, right, where I talk about altcoins. So I talk about Lido lah.
Yeah.
But I did say that it's because I prefer something slightly lower risk.
Sure.
My 2 co-trainers, their coins outperform mine. They chose Lyra, which is options, and Solana. Both of it in the last few months went 300-400%.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Lido only went 50-60%.
Yep.
Only. Yeah. So I think that for newcomers or for people who are trying to be a bit more contrarian,
Yes.
these are the more interesting plays.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Guys, again, so much insights. We're going to get deeper into a lot more things very, very soon. We're going to get into market psychology. We're going to get into how Chris deals with losses, how he deals with painful times, right? So a lot of exciting stuff going to come out very soon. Make sure you all like the video. Comment down below what you want to hear from Chris. And make sure you all subscribe to the channel as well. So there's so many narratives, positive narratives for 2024 coming very soon, right? I think one of the biggest ones, January, we expect, the ETFs to come around, BlackRock coming in. We have a halving cycle that's coming in April, right? So there's a lot of talk. We've seen Bitcoin rise crazy in the last few months. We are recording this in December, right? So, as of since September-ish, we've gone from 26 to over 40,000, right? The momentum has been crazy, right? So what do you see coming forward? Are we just getting started? Are we overheated already? What's your point of view?
Okay. So not financial advice, as per normal. It's just personal opinion.
Sure.
Lah. I don't think we are getting overheated at all.
Okay.
So many people are still not in their sideline or they still doubt it. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about crypto, to be honest. So I don't think we are overheated at all. We probably still have legs in the coming year. Having ETFs are going to be great narratives. Although I think the ETF narrative is getting a little bit saturated, or I think people are pining too much hope in it. My gut feeling is that probably the halving period before or around or after, that will have a bigger impact for Bitcoin.
Okay.
At the end of it, if you're going long term and it's going to go up, the short term volatility will not matter too much. But if you are trading, the volatility around the 2 dates will be great to trade. Yeah, so those are times where you want to see how's the market movement, is someone trying to flush the market, are the people gonna sell the news, buy the rumor, right? Traders always say that. So those are gonna be great time to trade, I think. Aside from that, 2024, because markets this year have generally been good, a lot of people are saying that next year markets will be choppy, and I think this will have a overarching effect onto crypto. Because now crypto is a little bit more mature. I'm of the opinion that it will be more linked and more affected by the broader market, which is US equity. So I think that it will be a choppy year with a bias, for the financial talk, but with a tendency to grind upwards.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
So we may not see the same explosiveness, I think. I hope I'm wrong, but I think we may not see the same explosiveness as 2016, 2017, where we saw Bitcoin went from sub 1,000 to 20K. And then after that, the most recent one, Bitcoin went from maybe on average about 4,000 to 60K.
Yes.
Maybe now we are averaging about 20 plus to 30 plus. Maybe we might do a slow grind, 90, 3x, 4x.
3x, 4x.
So I don't think you'll go another 10x. 10x is going to be like 200,000-300,000.
Yeah, bro. That would be crazy.
I hope.
Man, don't you?
I hope, but I hope for the best. But I expect the worst. That's what I think.
Okay. So that's what you see it to be.
That's what I think. But I still hope. In my heart, I can tell that in my heart, I still hope that it will go 100 over 200 over 1,000.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine you do a 400x again, like a 30, 40x.
I will hit a 400x already this time.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Confirm.
I know that if I can do this round, because I'm lower risk, right? From this point on, it is very likely that if I can do a 5 to 6x, I'm out.
You're out already.
Most likely.
You're done. You're financially sorted.
Close shop.
Close shop.
Yeah, I tell this to everyone. After this round, if it goes as what I think, it doesn't even need to go as good as I think. It just needs to go. It's my bad case scenario. 5x, 6x, I'm out.
You're out already. If you don't mind sharing, bro, what's the figure to be out, bro?
Wow. I always say my aim is 40 before 40. So 40 million before I'm 40 years old.
Wow.
At 5 to 6x, I'll just share that I never hit my 40 million.
Wow.
So I changed my target. Anyway, I've hit my goal. This is my stretch goal.
Okay.
So based on my opinion on how Bitcoin is going to do slow grind instead of explosion, my gut feeling is that I will not hit my stretch goal.
Wow.
So maybe like half of that. Okay.
Wow. Okay, still very sweet, bro, right?
If I can do half, I'm really very thankful. I cannot ask for more. I mean, I've just been very fortunate already. Even if I can hit half.
Of course.
But I may not.
I understand. So based on projections, right? It's all numbers calculation, bro, right? You position yourself.
Yeah, it's position, calculation, and a lot of hopes and dreams.
Yeah, of course, for sure. As it is the markets as well. So, but dude, so you're not a trader. You mostly hold for a longer term. how do you deal with the gyrations in the market, bro, right? So people are like, wow, I cannot take it, man. Wow, this week, wow, the market suddenly flush, come down, you know, I'm so stressed. Wow, you know, I see, like literally today I received a message like, wow, dude, you know, I cannot take it. I'm feeling so down. I'm feeling,
Oh
then I'm like, bro, like,
no.
so how do you take it, bro?
To be honest, I think most people can't take it the way I take it lah. I guess when I started, when we started, we grew up in the 2017 era, and during those times, Bitcoin moved like 20% in a day.
Yep. Wow.
So now sometimes we move by 3%.
Yeah.
People freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't relate so well because you know, like we've been through that 20-30%.
Yeah.
I think what really helped me in the past, when we did 20-30% fluctuations, right, is because I knew that I didn't go all in with my money.
Okay.
It is a percentage of what I have in my portfolio that I put into crypto.
Yep.
So I kind of know that even if it goes to zero, I'm still okay.
Yep.
So I think sizing is really important.
Okay.
Risk management is really important if you are new. The other things that are really important, and I believe that as trainers, we talk about this quite often, is that we should have people who are experienced to guide us along.
For sure.
Mentors, community, right? So if you're in a community where people are more experienced, they just tell you to, hey, guys,
chill
come
out.
on, it's 3%.
Yep.
That if you follow the rules, it should be okay, what? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I think these are things that definitely help emotionally.
Yep.
Yeah. We cannot snap and change our habits on. Very often, I think we need someone to remind us, guide us, push us a bit.
Yep.
Then we can change our habits and our inherent emotional biasness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, because you know a lot of people have, again, FOMO, right? I think in crypto a huge part is FOMO. Shit, you know, 20K I'm thinking, 25 I'm thinking, suddenly, bam, 40, wow, jialat, I missed out, get in, you know, you hear this so many times, right? Like you wrote a post which was very, very beautiful with regards to like, you know, how this if you're not in, you know, you're either in the boat or, you know, you're just watching, right? So tell us about that, man. How do you overcome this FOMO and this habit, man?
Oh, FOMO. I don't know, I just instinctively feel like if I feel FOMO, right, then I'm paying someone else who was patient the gains. That's just like an inherent emotion that I have.
Okay.
So, wow, I don't have an answer to that.
No.
Like, because I don't really struggle with FOMO.
Okay.
If anything, I struggle with inaction.
Inaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I belong to the other camp.
Okay.
The one where I feel like now is the time.
Yep.
I know it's the time. I roughly feel that it's the time. I think based on what I understand, it is the time. But let me wait a little while more.
Okay.
So I understand my own weakness. And because I understand that that's my weakness, right? Whenever I feel it, I was like, don't wait, just go. So I push myself to just go. So I guess the reverse is true. If I'm someone who is FOMO, right, and I'm feeling it, right, then maybe what I'll say to myself is, okay, you know what? I know I'm someone who tends to FOMO. Let me wait 3 days. And see how it goes. So maybe the reverse is what I will do.
So 3 days lah. So 1, 2, 3, but you make sure after day
anyhow say one lah.
Okay.
Because I'm not the guy who struggles with FOMO. I'm the guy who struggles with inaction.
And then you push yourself through the inaction.
I push.
Okay.
Yeah, and
interesting.
Yeah, I push.
Wow.
I push.
Wow. So you don't just inaction and leave it there, but inaction then I push and do it lah, and take
If
action.
not, you'll always be waiting, man.
For sure.
You'll always be waiting.
Wow. Dude, so talk to us through your. I think what I gained a lot was, you know, you talked about the take profit, right? So let's use the case scenario of Bitcoin. Hypothetically, right? Hopefully, when this video is released, we're at 100K.
200.
200, let's go. Right? But hypothetically, we are grinding up, right? At what levels are you looking to take chips off the table, take your beans off, right?
Oh, okay. But then I'm talking about, but my portfolio is different from.
No, it's okay. Like for yourself.
So I'm using Bitcoin as a proxy.
Sure.
Let me think. I need to calculate a little bit. Right now we are at what?
40, 41.
41, 50% more. So I'll probably take at 70 or 60 plus, the previous all-time high, I think by that time my portfolio will be at the next profit-taking level.
Yeah.
Then the next number I'll be looking for is the whole number, 100,000. Does it break?
Okay.
Are we able to go past and sustain above 100?
Okay.
Because if it's rejected, so this is a bit TA. I know I'm FA, but
Yes.
because I also know a bit of TA,
of course.
I try to blend it. So if we cannot break past 100 and starts going down, then that's probably where I might want to exit already, because I think that the market don't have enough momentum to break
through,
that one. But if it can break, next level 120, then 150, then from there, then I need to see how the market is like.
Okay.
But these will be the points that I will be keeping an eye out for. The 70 plus or the previous all-time high, right, is because at that point, my portfolio amount is ready for me to trim. Then the next 100K is because it's an important number. Can it break or not? If it can break, right, it's good for all of us. We want it to break.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how I'll look at it in the next 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years, huh? Incredible, bro. Okay, cool. Dude, I hope you guys are taking notes. I am. I know for sure, I'm going to write down, mental notes in my head, right, with regards to that. Amazing, bro. Okay, so let's talk about losses.
Okay.
You mentioned about when you had your REITs drop, right? You mentioned about how your crypto portfolio actually dropped quite a bit as well, right? Today, what is your relationship with losses, right? Like, how do you see it? Like, do you still, how do you deal with it, man? How do you grow as a person who can take, because today when you're managing such a big portfolio, bro, a flush down, you see 6 figures overnight down, right? 6 figures, you can see 7 figures kind of thing. That kind of numbers, when you build it up to 10, 20 million, dude, it's going to be in the 7 figures. Like, how do you build the ability to tahan? How do you feel, bro? Are you still scared? Does your heart still beat very fast?
Okay, my heart don't beat fast really for losses. I think you grow into it. So I didn't start off with a 5 million portfolio.
Sure.
I started with 4,000.
Yep.
So then as it grows and as the market moves, your capacity increase for volatility. Your capacity does increase.
Yep.
I think that for losses, right, so this is going to be a video, I don't know if it gets censored or whatever, but I think crypto people always say, just don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy, yeah.
It's crypto, you come in thinking it's what? It's not fixed deposit.
Yeah, exactly.
You come in, it dropped 5% and you are unhappy. But it's crypto.
Yeah.
You signed up for this. It's like you go to the gym and you sign up for personal trainer, and then the personal trainer tekan you, ask you to push harder. You are angry. That's what you paid for, and that's what you sign up for. You push hard, you feel the pain, but you grow, right? And that's what you sign up for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you go to crypto, you know you might lose, you know it might drop, you know it might go to zero, but it might also go 10x or 100x.
Absolutely.
You sign up for this, so that's what I think lah.
Okay.
So I think if I already set this in my heart and spirit, right, this is what I signed up for. The reason why I want to go for it is because this is an asset that can go 10x.
Yes.
I have assessed it. It's not a scam. I've assessed it. It's maturing. I've assessed it. I think that liquidity is going to come in.
Yes.
I take the risk and I take the responsibility if it doesn't go the way I like.
Yes.
It is what it is. I think that's the kind of attitude I have towards crypto.
Okay.
Especially when I started.
Okay.
I'll be damn sad if it goes to zero, no doubt about it. But it's also it is what it is. Yeah, and that's why profit taking is important when you are succeeding. Take chips off the table.
Yeah, of course.
Put it somewhere else.
This
is your, think of it like a game.
Sure.
Right? So if I start with 50K and it is now 250K. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll take 50K off the table and then I'm starting at this point. Then the 200K become 1 million. Let's say I take out 200K.
Sure.
So now my starting point instead of 50K, I am 250K. I'll start from this new point instead. So if I die, new starting point. If I die, new starting point. So you must play it like that lah. That's or not say you must lah. That's how I play it. That's how I play the game.
I think that's wise advice as well. But dude, so besides profit taking, which is a very, very important thing, what do you feel like in the last cycle, right, 2020, 2021, right? I saw so many people make so much money, but hardly anybody kept their money. Right? They lost it on, actually to be honest, on things that weren't even their fault lah. right? In many instances, Celsius,
Yeah.
FTX,
Yeah, it's not
right?
their fault.
Like hodl not, right? Like
yeah, it's not their fault. Yeah.
which is completely not their fault. And then suddenly, like, I'm not even trading, bro. I'm having USDC, and then
Yeah.
I don't even put USDT. I put USDC, and then all my money like gone, right?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, exactly. And no fault of their own where they lost so much, people jump, whatever, right? But what are some mistakes that you've seen that you hope people don't make again in this next cycle?
I think celebrating cult figures is one. But it'll happen again.
Yep.
I mean, for lack of better words, and I know it sounds cruel or what, but I'm just trying to speak from a reality point of view. Men are sheep.
Yeah.
Humans are sheep. And we all want to follow someone.
Yep.
If you are really unlucky to follow the wrong guy,
Yep.
especially cult figures,
Yep.
cult figures that promise you a lot of stuff on
Yep.
Twitter or whatever,
Yes.
there's risk, and it's probably going to crash, or they're probably going to use you as exit liquidity
Sure.
again. Unfortunately, it will happen, so I don't really hope to see it not happen because I know it will.
Yep.
But if anyone listens to this and thinks what can they and is thinking what can they do better, I
yep.
think that is one thing I'll highlight.
Okay.
Like try to, it's okay to listen,
Yep.
okay to see what they say, but try to not worship them
Okay.
and make decisions based on how you worship them.
Sure.
Then this time around, everybody knows right? Platforms might die.
Yep.
So when you make money, don't leave it in the platform. Bring it out into your bank.
Yeah.
I think this is what this round people can do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take out your money, making sure it's bankable.
Like if you take profit, right? Take it
Yeah.
out already. You
Take
leave
it
it
out.
inside, you'll be tempted to buy again.
Yeah,
anyway,
of course.
Right? So
Yeah.
if it's meant to be profit taking, right, just take it out.
Just
Don't
take
be
it
too
out.
greedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't hey, the chips are there. Okay, let me now use it on the next.
You will sure want to go again,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You gotta take it out.
You know the game, bro,
Yeah.
right? It's always like that.
Yeah.
So take it out, like cash in bank, right?
Just
Don't
cash
touch.
it in bank, like go and enjoy it. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people think that it's damn dumb to buy a Lambo, but
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Ah.
the guys who bought a Lambo actually did better than the guys who left it in Celsius. They still have a Lambo to sell, So
Say true that.
So you take it out when it's time to take profit. Take profit. You can enjoy it, right?
Hey,
Or if
you
not,
got money in
buy it.
Celsius, I got money in my Lambo.
Who has more? Don't buy
Absolutely.
Lambo. Maybe buy like a property lah.
Sure.
Or like buy
Appreciating asset or something,
yeah,
right?
Any asset, right? Stocks. There are so many options.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So one last question, right? So dude, so many nuggets of wisdom. I loved it, and I've loved the episode today. So what's your one final advice, right, to somebody who's watching who is brand new, who's like, Chris, I am starting out my journey. I hear both of you all. I feel so inspired and stuff, right? How should I start? Okay, I got $10,000 to invest. How should I start structuring how should I start structuring my portfolio in 2024? What would you say to them?
10,000 is total savings, or
Let's just say
10,000
this is my
just for
investable
crypto?
cash.
Just for crypto?
Yes. Total investable cash, bro.
Okay. If it's total investable cash, right?
Yep.
10,000.
10,000.
Actually, I think if it's only 10,000, the real key around it, right, is that I need to find out how much active income you're earning.
Sure.
Even if you have 10,000, even if you go all in crypto, and
Yeah.
even if you 10x it, it's only 100,000.
Yep.
It might actually be more worth it to take the 10,000 and start a business. I know it's controversial
Interesting.
because we are crypto guys,
Sure.
but honestly, with 10,000, you might as well start a business or maybe get like a diploma.
Interesting.
And increase your active income.
Okay.
I think that is the real hack because when I started, right, I did start with less than 10,000,
Sure.
but at the same time I knew in my mind that it's too much of a risk to just invest in crypto and hope for the best. I needed active income
Sure.
to enhance, supplement, and give me a bit of security. So
Yep.
maybe this also helps with the other questions like
Sure.
dealing with volatility, which is why I did training.
Yep.
People want to learn, I exchange my service
Yep.
for a fee.
Sure.
The fee is used to fund my lifestyle and to invest.
Yes.
And then when the next bull run comes,
Yep.
I have more than that 10,000 to
Yes.
invest.
Yes.
So that is one aspect.
Yep.
But if I were to start and assuming everything is fine, blah, 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 if I do 10,000 into crypto, I would actually do half into things like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay.
And the other 5,000, right,
Yeah.
I'm going to look for the next narratives.
Okay.
Things like LSDFi. I don't like RWA, but it is a narrative, but I personally don't like it.
Yep.
But that's an example.
Sure.
Meme coins.
Meme coins, okay.
Mm.
What are some of your favorite meme coins? Are there any?
I don't have any lah, but but if I were to buy, I would probably prefer the main ones, your Dodge, your PP,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay.
Or the flavor of the month. So
Sure.
the flavor of the month can be anything.
Yeah,
We will only know when the flavor comes
When the
out.
flavor comes out.
Yeah.
Right? But typically when the flavor comes out, it's too late, lah, bro.
No leh. I think if you are someone, so let's say assuming that guy with the 10K has time,
Yep.
right? Which assuming you guys are not parents or you know,
Yeah, sure.
like someone with a lot of time, it's actually, I find one of the easiest hack in crypto, right,
Yeah.
is to just be in all these channels,
Yep.
monitor all the social platforms,
Yep.
and as you read and follow and engage, right, you get a sensing one.
Okay.
So you kind of get a sensing that, like, ladies was big because there was the NFT, and
Yes.
then ladies
Yes.
coin come out.
Ladies,
Then
yes.
after that, Dodge and the rumor that is going on the satellite
Yes.
with Elon Musk. So you get a kind of sensing that this is
Yep.
where the market
Yep.
is floating towards. So then you take a small amount and then you go in lah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you must have the time.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't have it, and I don't want to play this game really. But if I have the time,
Yep.
and if my capital is smaller,
Yep.
more limited, I think that finding this app and flow and hearing what's on everyone's mouths,
Yes.
you can be fast enough.
Can be
in my
fast enough,
opinion. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, it's very, very true. Right,
Yeah,
very, very
and,
true.
and
Getting a
with
sense of the market.
candles as well in your lines, right?
Yep.
You also get a sensing.
Absolutely.
You know, like, how come suddenly this thing break out
Yep.
so fast and so strong?
Yes,
Then
yes.
you just ride the wave also.
Absolutely,
can.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Very, very true, man. Very true. So many insights, man, guys. Guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Dude, Chris, thank you so much, bro. I think we need to have
My
a
pleasure.
part 2 very,
Wow.
very soon, right? When
Okay.
we 100K, we're like, Chris, what's up, right? Are you out? Are you done?
Okay,
right?
okay.
Let's see, lah,
100K, we'll
dude.
do another one.
Oh, man, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. 100K, dude. I think many of my guys will be very, very happy people, right? Very happy people. So again, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure, Chris, how do people follow you, right? How do people follow you? How do they find out more about you and your...
You can go to Kryptonite Academy. Yeah, so it's on Facebook lah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Kryptonite-
I wouldn't add anyone as a friend.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so
Please don't. There's a lot of
don't.
people, impersonators and all that
A lot,
nonsense, right?
yeah.
Both of us as well have experienced too many of that stuff. So Crypto Academy, you can go and check it out, right? Chris is an absolutely amazing guy. Make sure you all follow him. Very knowledgeable, as you all can actually tell from this podcast as well, right? So make sure you all like, comment and subscribe to the channel, guys, for more information like this. Comment down below if you all have any questions for Chris. If you all have anything to ask, please ask down in the comment section below. And make sure you all click on the notification bell for more of such videos in the future. Thank you very much, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.